to take a stand for the masses stranded. The classy bandit, rap gambit, the blacks on tracks and attacks famished. Perhaps I've been branded as a brat, but I managed to transcend definitions of bland men deaf to my scriptures. I shape-shifted instead like melted wax and pelted you with tracks that you felt with a passion. I delve into the gaps between your brain cells. It doesn't matter if fame sells, my aim kills. Transcend definitions, can't be put in classes. I see through the tactics they entrap the masses with. Transcend definitions, can't be put in classes. I see through the tactics they entrap the masses with. You'll never box me in with your topics or your kin. Love is my optic lens. Drugs, I cop them for my friends like the blue Buddha of medicine. True schooled you and your regiment. I shoot through your president. You're imposters like Mormon doctrines. I'm not scored in the top 10, but I'm soaring like...
Luminous is the mind, brightly shining, but it is colored by the attachments that visit it. This unlearned people do not really understand, so they do not cultivate the mind. Luminous is the mind, brightly shining, and it is free from attachments that visit it. This, the noble follower of the way really understands, so for them there is cultivation of the mind. That's a powerful statement from the teachings of Buddha. Most people don't understand that. And I would go as far as to say the consciousness. Luminous is the mind, but it said it's brightly shining. So your consciousness is a light, but what bogs it down is it is colored or it is shaded by the attachments that visit it. So what do I mean? Concepts, for instance. We have a lot of concepts. Concepts are one of the things that shades our perception of things. So concepts meaning this is a book, this is a guy, this is Jack, this is Jill, this is a white man, this is a black man, this is a river, this is the sea. But at the root, everything is one. But when you have concepts, all of a sudden you start dividing things. And although the division is needed, if you can't see past the division, it is harmful. That's why you have, I listen to some brothers on YouTube, some smart young brothers, but they still have division in them. They'll give you some enlightening knowledge, but still say the white man this or the black man that. And it's still that division. So these taints of the mind, these attachments and these concepts taint your consciousness. And they entrap you. They're like little traps. For instance, if you look up at the sky on a dark night and you all of a sudden identify the Big Dipper because you have a concept of what the Big Dipper is, right? And I showed the picture of the Big Dipper in the opening video. You see the Big Dipper in the sky, and all of a sudden you could point it out. That's the Big Dipper. So, and when it comes with that concept, is you start to have favoritism. Oh, I like the Big Dipper better than the stars of Orion. Oh, I like the stars of Orion better than the Big Dipper. So since you have formed a concept out of the sky, you start to have likes and dislikes, partiality. You understand? And you don't see everything for what it is. But when you have differences, like even race, white and black, there is no difference. We're all the same. It's just your concept is off, that we are different. White, black, there's nothing different from me and the tree. We have atoms. Both of us have atoms vibrating within us, just at a different rate of frequency. Okay? It's a different amalgamation of things, but chop a tree down, let it rot for a good century or two, and chop my body down and let it rot for a good century or two. It basically breaks down into the same stuff. Go back to them same spots a century later, you will see nothing but rocks from me, because my bones are just rocks from the earth. And the tree will break down into essential minerals and nutrients and vitamins in the soil, and so will my flesh. We're the same thing. The same thing happens to the white man that happens to the black man. But when you get these concepts of this is what a black man is, this is what a thug looks like, this is it all of a sudden sets you up, it puts you in boxes and traps. This is a Muslim, this is a Christian, and nobody can transcend and see the oneness in it all. So just like the Big Dipper, if people have been showing you the Big Dipper and you point it out, all of a sudden you have a concept of the Big Dipper separate from all the other stars. But take that Big Dipper out, and all you see is just stars. Okay? If you have no concept of the Big Dipper, all you see is stars as they are. But our own minds have put forms to things and divisions to things. So eliminate concepts and definitions, and you can transcend them all.
First of all, we have to get right view. Right view is kind of view that transcends all notions, including the notion of being and non-being, creator and creature, mind and spirit. And that kind of insight is crucial for transformation and healing. And only when you have that kind of right view, right insight, discrimination is no longer there, and there will be deep communion, mutual understanding, and every good thing will come from it. Because discrimination brings about fear, separation, hate, anger, and the root is the wrong view that you and the earth are two separate entities. The earth is only the environment. You are in the center, and you want to do something for the earth in order for you to survive. That is a non-dualistic, a dualistic way of seeing. So to breathe in and to be aware of your body, and to look deeply into your body, and to realize that you are the earth, and your consciousness is also the consciousness of the earth, and that consciousness can be liberated from wrong views, and you are doing what the Mother Earth is expecting you to do, to get enlightened.